Joining us now, reaction, Senator Lindsey Graham. China's actions unforgivable. Do you support Marsha Blackburn's idea that China should forgive U.S. loans and bear some of the cost of what they did to us and the rest of the world?
Makes sense to me. If it were up to me, the whole world should send China a bill for the pandemic. This is the third pandemic to come out of China. They come from these wet markets where they have bats and monkeys with the virus, carrying the virus, intermingled with the food supply. Yeah, I'd make China pay big time. And here's the question for 2020. Who do you want to take on China, Trump or Joe Biden? I don't think that'd be a hard decision for most people.
Senator, the president's been saying the cure can't be worse than the problem. An unprecedented $2.2 trillion in relief. Americans through no fault of their own. We've talked about this at length. We got to protect them. We bailed out Europe. We've saved the world from evil constantly. Up to $4 trillion also available from the Fed in loans. Now they're talking about $2 trillion infrastructure. Did we not learn shovel-ready jobs are not so shovel-ready?
Right. Well, we got a different president. Obama, spent $787 billion and you didn't even get a T-shirt. This president, Trump, knows shovel-ready when he sees it. I think the Trump strategy and policy regarding the virus is working. We're driving down the curve every day. The president jumped ahead of everybody pretty much in the world to stop travel from China and eventually Europe. So I think we're going to be well below 100,000 in deaths. God, every death is terrible. But I think the president and his team have done a really good job working with the governors and the public to drive down the curve. And when it comes to what you do next, we need to look at China from top to bottom, get our medical supply chain back. And if we do a stimulus bill, it needs to stimulate the economy, not the government. We double the size of the Department of Education in the Obama stimulus package. That's not going to happen in the Trump stimulus package.
What about the conflict between medical experts that would tell you social distancing should continue through June? If that's the case, there's only so much this economy can take. We already know the third quarter GDP is not going to be good. We know the unemployment numbers are astronomical. Right. So we got to get Americans back to work. How do you balance that?
Well, what you do is you don't want to reignite the disease. Testing is the key. There's plenty of people who've had this, don't even know it. They've built up antibodies. They can go back to work. So when we flatten the curve, then we'll start doing testing. And we'll start putting people back to work that will not spike the illness. We want to bump up the economy without creating a spike in the disease. We can do that. If we'll follow the president's leadership here, we're going to bend this curve dramatically. We're going to reopen the economy sooner rather than most people think. And here's the question. Who do you want to...
Well, you can open it earlier because you're going to have results in 5 minutes, and it's starting at 50,000 thanks to Abbott, and it's going to be much more than that.
Absolutely. Testing breakthrough, but here's the question for the country. President Trump rebuilt one broken economy. He's going to do it again. If this is about how to regulate China, how to get China to change, Trump has done more with China in 3 years than any president in my lifetime. If it's about building a broken economy, who would you pick, Trump or Biden? Trump has a record of rebuilding a broken economy. He did it once. He can do it twice. Getting back to work really depends on testing, and testing is coming online in a big-time way. So I see light at the end of the tunnel. God bless all the doctors and nurses, but help is on the way here.
Biggest medical mobilization in our history, by far. Unprecedented. Lindsey Graham, thank you.